you need. No, baby, don't treat me like a machine. We used to be so young and free. Yeah, baby, don't treat me like a machine. I could still be just what you need. No, baby, don't treat me like a machine. Wanna go to your apartment, take it back to where we started. We'll be everything you wanted, you wanted, you wanted. And I know it could be perfect, and I know it would be worth it. We'll be everything you wanted, you wanted, you wanted, 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 you wanted, 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 you wanted, 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 you
Hey, what's up? We're going to be talking about some university esports. Of course, I've got some reps from across the country to go over a list of topics. So if you're getting your A-level results and you don't know what to expect at university, then these guys should be able to help you out. But if you just want to hear about what goes into the, just say minutiae of the operations, then these guys should be able to shed some light. So I've got some introductions to do. Going to start off by talking to Ed from Lancaster University. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Doing
What's
good,
good?
yeah. So Lancaster University. I mean, is that where you're originally from, or is
Uh,
that?
no. Actually, I got Lancaster through clearing. So any of you who also got Lancaster through clearing, you're like me. Hi. So, yeah, I do. I'm esports coordinator. I'm not the only one. There's two of us, but I'm here representing. I mainly do League of Legends and Dota. Um, So yeah, it's just my job to organize stuff for Newell, organize stuff for other tourneys. We do roses and so on. So and just generally listen to good sense people make sure the esports is represented because it's sometimes there's a bit
Good
of an
stuff,
imbalance.
man. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. We got Sam from Warwick University as well.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Oh, not bad, not bad. What's your role in the uni, man?
I am president of Warwick Esports, so I pretty much do everything, no matter what anyone else tells you. Here to represent.
Seems like a good role to have.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty cushy. Get paid a lot. Yeah,
You get paid a lot. What?
no, I
People
just
always
get
telling me there's no
from
money in university esports, man. Like,
You have to
telling
know
me
the
you
right
get paid.
people, you know.
Right, you got to get that hook up. I got you. I got you. All right, we got Snow from Salford University as well. Was it Salford? I don't know. Where is he? Is he gone? No, we don't have Snow. Nobody updated the document for this one. Well done, Newell. Well done. We got Lucas the Destroyer instead. He's president of the University of Manchester Esports Society. So, Lucas, I mean, what is being a president of society that hard?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it depends on how well you can delegate tasks to your fellow committee members, which sounds like Sam can't do.
Or delegation? Why? Come on, man. We're just doing introductions. You're already throwing shade at other people. Settle down, man. Settle down, man. I mean, we can cite accomplishments if you want. I don't, see a lot on Manchester. I see a lot of Warwick. So if I was you, just pipe down for now. All right, we'll get to some stuff later.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Yeah. All right, we got Alpha Kenny as well from Hull. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. What's your role at the society?
I'm the esports rep of our computer and gaming society.
Computer and gaming, mate. You need to shorten that to esports. What's wrong with you?
We like the name Comsoc. It's got a nice ring to it.
I guess that kind of does have a nice ring to it. We've also got Hudson. He's put in the doc. He's from the University of Hudson, but I don't think that's right. He's University of Surrey, apparently.
Yes, indeed, that's me.
And what's your role at the society?
I'm the president of Surrey Video Game Society.
Yet again, another society not named esports. What's going on, guys?
Hey, we like the casuals too, okay?
That's a good one. No one likes casuals.
Invite a guest from a podcast. Is that?
I'm definitely thinking about it, Ollie.
Am I off the team already?
Yes. He's off the team, lads.
No, we'll say we'll work on a strike system. Okay, that's your first strike.
Damn it.
We hit 3, then you get the axe. And then I'm going to segue quickly onto Ollie from the University of Kiel. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah?
great.
Yeah. What's your role of the society?
I'm the president, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Sounds
I
like he's
mean,
not very good at delegation either.
Well, no,
yeah,
you delegate it, and then they don't do it anyway, so you result in doing it. Me and Sam, we connect on that level.
Relatable.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't sound like very good presidents, guys, if you can't
Oh,
delegate. I mean, you need to select better committees. That's all I'm hearing.
Exactly.
We work with what we're given.
It's a democracy. I can't
Yeah, we
select.
don't select them. Come on, we're not Hertfordshire.
Oh my goodness. What's wrong with Hertfordshire? Anyone want to spill
Nothing.
the details on
We
that?
love
Nothing.
Hertfordshire.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard they got Society of the Year, so that's pretty
Oh
dope.
no
Did
way!
they?
Nice, dude.
Did they
Yeah.
really?
Huge.
And not many people have heard about it, but they don't really show it off that much.
I mean, was it the award presented by Hertfordshire Society as well? Did they like make the award and give it to themselves? Sounds like the kind of thing I would do, to be honest.
Maybe we'll
But
do it
anyway, we're
next
going to
year.
move on to how you guys kind of got into university esports. I don't want all of you to just sit here and go, I went to uni, didn't I? Because there's usually more to it than just that. So I don't know. Let's go. I'm just go pick on someone. Ollie, how'd you get into university esports, man?
So, casual League of Legends player. I love me some TSM. I know I get hate for it. So I'm walking around the Freshers Fair, and then the previous president of the Esports Society notices my TSM hoodie, and he goes, "Look at that loser." So then, I was hooked from there.
I mean,
Good
that
story.
sounds
Yeah.
right. I'm fan now. That's strike one for you, mate. So already down to that one. You guys are start going to get cold like flies in a minute. The way things are going. So yeah, you just kind of walked around society, walked around the campus, and someone spotted you out and said, "Hey, that looks like a nerd we can use." And pull him in.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
All right, let's move on to Beta Kenny. Well, how'd you get into university esports, mate?
Well, I used to work at Gfinity as a CS:GO online admin. So when I went to university, I dropped out from that because of time consumption. And uni esports was the next logical step.
So you brought the experience, then you found the university experience afterwards, rather than being vice versa, like a lot of people.
Yeah, so I got into esports because of CS:GO Lounge, basically. So
Because of CS:GO Lounge. Isn't
Skin
that
Equal wins.
Yeah, it wasn't that a skin trading website?
It was a skin betting website for CS:GO
betting. That's
matches.
even worse. Oh,
It was the website that started the whole betting thing.
you're
Are you
strike,
sure you should be proud
strike
of that?
one. All right, it's not a good start for people on their strike count. Let's move on to the next one. Let's talk to Ed. How'd you get into university esports, man?
So I mean, I was into esports pretty much. I mean, I played League since like season 1. League of Legends is the main game I play. And season 4, which was I recall it was China did quite well at Worlds, and I just became a massive OMG fan, and so I just started following the Chinese scene a lot. And so that just kind of led me into esports in general. And then once I got to uni, I kind of advertised myself as the person who's really sad and makes spreadsheets of picks and bans from Chinese League of Legends. And yeah, so people know me as a China fanboy, and I make stupid bets. Like last year, I made a bet that EDG definitely would make that groups. They didn't. I had to eat my hat, which didn't happen because it was a copious amount of polyester. So I made a cake instead. But yeah,
I'm just going to go on. I'm going to go on a quick side here about eating jerseys, eating shirts and stuff. Why is it everyone who says they're going to do that always picks something that's polyester, and then they act surprised when they can't eat it? It's like, I would have done it, lads, but polyester, it's just toxic. I can't eat it anymore. Everyone knows
That's
full
exactly why. That is exactly.
it's the
why.
fallback.
Everyone does it. Everyone does it like that. You've got Overwatch League commentators pulling the exact same thing with NYXL jerseys. It's just they know, and I was nearly going to swear then. It's a cop-out answer. Whoever's keeping track of the strikes, give me a strike now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, for the record, who doesn't have a strike?
I don't.
I don't know.
Is
We got
anybody?
Hudson, Ollie, Alpha Kenny, and myself have got strikes at the moment.
Did Sam get one for being useless? I forget.
I didn't.
He
did
did.
not.
No, he didn't. You can keep him off the strike count for now.
All right.
Okay, let's while this is going on, let's get someone working on a chat bot that keeps track of this. Only we can see it at the moment. But Let's see. Who else have I done here? Has everyone introduced himself? No, let's move on. Let's move on. Who have we got? Let's go with Hudson. How'd you get into university esports, mate?
I guess my story is pretty boring. I just kind of came to university, got involved with our video game society. I went initially as a fresher. I was just like, hey, I want to find people to play League of Legends with. And then I just kind of worked my way up through the ranks, became the technical coordinator, and
You okay, mate?
He just RIP'd.
Yeah, he
Can we,
just
can we get an F in
pieced
the
out.
chat, please?
Peaced out. Yeah, let's get a Mr. Destructoid and an F in the chat, and we'll move on to Sam. How'd you get into university esports,
Yeah.
mate?
Well, my story is kind of similar to Ollie's, where I was really just looking for the League of Legends Society at the uni, and I was pretty involved with them from the very start as soon as I knew I was going to work. And it really interested me being a part of an administrative team. And then we kind of created Work Esports from the League of Legends Society about a year ago. So that's what we're branded as now. And we're very inclusive and loving to all the games, not just League of Legends.
You can hear how enthusiastic he is.
That's
as he
the
goes.
Yeah, I can just sense the
That's-
enthusiasm in it.
Yeah,
To be honest,
it's worn me down, honestly. That's what's
that's what I was
happened.
going to say. Do you know what it's told me? That tells me this is a man who's seasoned in university esports. He's got to the point now where the light behind his eyes is switched off. He's just riding it out until he finishes his degree.
Only another half a year, guys. It's fine. I can do it.
Nearly there, man. Nearly there. Lucas, I can't remember. Did we talk to you about your origins in university esports while we're
No, we
waiting
did.
for?
No, we did not.
We didn't. Let's jump into that while we're waiting for Hudson to come back from the voids of space. Like,
am I still dead?
No.
No,
Oh,
you're alive.
I mean,
long live Hudson.
you're one strike away from being dead, but go on.
God.
That's his second strike. Should Hudson keep going, or do you want me to?
No, he missed his turn. We'll go back to Hudson in a minute.
Oof,
You
okay.
you go on.
So, when I first came to university, I actually didn't really know what esports was. I knew of fairly popular esports titles, but I didn't really know that they developed a professional scene. I wasn't familiar with things like Twitch or anything. So I came in looking for a sort of PC gamer-oriented platform, so I could find others that play World of Tanks, primarily. Although any other title that I had that was multiplayer, I was looking for as well. I first went to the Gaming Society, but I found that the PC-orientated folk were actually the esports, so I went there with my interests. I got laughed at for playing World of Tanks as my chosen esport, but here I
Yeah,
still am.
sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, covered everyone. I don't think Hudson's fixed his temporal displacement yet, so we'll move on to the next part. We'll come back to him in a bit. So let's kind of start working into the nitty gritty of how your societies are working at your universities, because I mean, a lot of the, shall we say, calendars. There's some unis that are running LANs. There's some that have their own events. A lot of them cater around, Newell schedule or not. But has anyone got any kind of LANs or events that their university put on or do together?
Uh-huh. So I guess we pretty much do a mixture of everything, to be honest. Since I know a lot of the societies are just esports societies, but because we're gaming and esports, we have like a lot of socials, and so the people who are more kind of attracted to gaming tend to come to more socials. But LANs often help because obviously you bring along your PC and so on. So people who do both are often kind of more attracted. So we like run 3 LANs per each term, and plus an extra one for freshers, which is usually like really busy, and it's generally quite successful. We tend to like run a mix of just letting people get on with what they want to do, but also like running events. So say Achievement Hunter Go, you know, like 20 tasks, first person to die in a submarine or whatever on your chosen game wins. It's just stuff that gets people involved a bit. Um, so yeah, that's what we do. LAN wise, and then we have socials, and then we cater competitive side as well. So kind of a mix of all things, really.
Well, there's a lot of activity going on there. I mean, one thing that points out to me about university societies with their events are there's some that bring a lot of attention around the country, and I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Obviously, King of the North is a big mainstay of the collegiate calendar, Lucas.
Oh, hi. Yes. Yeah, it is. It's an event we've run every single year, basically since the society's founding back in, I want to say 2012, but I think it's 2013. Um, um, and yeah, it's a fairly successful event. It's come on leaps and bounds. In just last year, we managed to work with the University of Salford, their esports society, and the university itself to run the event at Media City.
Well, you'll basically be able to give the information instead of Snow, because I would have got his take on how it kind of feels to be, shall we say, the piggybacker on that one. So I know it's primarily a Manchester event that's been done from that one. On that note, has anyone got? Because I've been out of the collegiate scene for a while. Has anyone got any big lands like that invite teams from other locations around the country? Or is it just Manchester that's being represented by that
York.
here?
York do
York.
it too, but they're not in this podcast. They were in the podcast that Swansea did a few weeks ago.
So does anyone have any information about York? Because I feel it's important to let people know that there are events outside of Newell
Yes, I've got a little bit.
competition.
So York did a couple of invitational lands, I believe, for Dota and CS. One of our teams were invited. Well, our best team was invited to the CS one. And yeah, it's really quite exciting that that more universities are pulling these sort of events off. It's nice that they do get. We just got information saying it's the CS:GO Invitational Dota York Showdown.
Mm.
Sorry for that weird introduction. It's nice that more universities are getting these big sort of name lands that they get to put on.
Oh, definitely. It's nice to break up the should we say the consistency of just regular play with these kind of, I guess, in the scale of the UK, like almost like minors or majors, if you think about it relatively to how things work out, which is always quite nice. But I mean, does anyone with their societies, obviously you do just playing games, or I'd like to think you do, because otherwise it's kind of sad if you just play games the entire time. I mean, is there any kind of like, what's the social aspect of your societies like when you go to university? And that's open to anyone to chime in on.
We're so previously the last few years it's mostly just been land socials, but I think a lot of societies now are opening it up to more drinking slash going out socials. So pub crawls and stuff like that seem to be a big part of most calendars that I've seen. Um, so not only does that help introduce people to drinking on campus, and I've said it for the second time on a new stream today, but also it's also a great way to get to know people, and loads of societies do it. So it's a pretty standard format that everyone copies. As well as that, I know our comp soc does stuff like laser tag and other
Mhm.
half nerdy things for
That stuff's great for team building.
That's
yeah.
great, yeah.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
there's loads of stuff like that going on usually.
I think an important point to chime into this is that some of the more hardcore gamers that we do might not be interested in the sort of drinking aspect, but it's all about getting like get-togethers so that you know who you're really playing with, and you learn to get to know them and stuff. And for the more casual player base, it's about giving them something to do beyond the fact that they compete in these inter-university leagues and stuff, and they sort of come out of it and they're like they're mid-table or something. They've had some fun doing that, but they've come into like playing it casually, and they want to also have an experience of what it is like being at university for a lot of students, of going out and enjoying life.
Yeah, we've got a lot of that here. We like because we try and cater a lot to the casual players a lot as well. So we've got those, filthy FIFA players and things like that. So a
Do I
lot
give
of
him another strike?
you can do that if you
For
want.
for FIFA, I mean, we give him
Filthy
another.
FIFA.
Yeah, put him on 2 strikes, because we
Oh
found
my
out
god.
the reason why his router got disconnected. Be strike for FIFA.
That yeah. So a lot of like our emphasis, or like some of it, is like those kinds of pub crawl socials, things like cinema trips. We have a trampoline park. Some more like outgoing socially stuff like that, as well as the
Whoa, whoa,
gaming
whoa, whoa, whoa! You have a
events.
trampoline park?
We do.
Can I come to your university?
Sure.
Sick.
I'll bring
Sorry,
everybody
Manchester.
down. You can all just come to air hop.
Nice.
Trampoline parks are just popping up everywhere now.
They are, aren't
This is just something that's just coming in the last year. It's not it's an unrelated note to esports, but I feel like
I do apologize for
I feel like
just-
there's a conversation to be had about trampoline parks, maybe for another time.
I do apologize for completely train wrecking that one.
No,
off the
it's
rails.
fine. At least it shows that what's going on at University of Surrey is interesting to people around the country. So, kind of, yeah, if you go University of Surrey Esports Society, you can go ahead and go along to Air Hop and get some trampoline. Right. So we got
Yeah,
trampoline parks, big selling point. That's the only takeaway we're going to take from University of Society.
That's all we got. Trampolines.
Trampoline parks. Can anyone up trampoline parks?
at Hull, we do weekly karaoke where we all get absolutely blasted and then sing the most random songs.
No, he said, can you up trampoline parks?
Actually, the karaoke is like the best social I've ever gone to in my life. And that's just throwing it out there. Getting drunk every Thursday is the best experience when you go up and sing random songs in front of, well, nerdy gamers that are really embarrassed that you're singing random songs in front of them.
So I need you to be honest with me with this one, because the interpretation would be that the songs you are singing are from anime OSTs.
Oh, God, no.
Can you just clarify that that's not the case?
It is not the case.
Is
It's
it-
normie songs.
That
Alright,
did not
Despacito
sound
too?
convincing.
Dead up there, but
Yes.
Kenny, what's your go-to song? Like, if you need to just wow the audience in your drunken stupor, what is the song you go for?
Being an Indian guy, it's obviously pretty fly for a white guy.
Oh, the irony! I love it.
Just
Pretty
has to be
fly for a
done.
white guy, and does that bring down the house?
Of course, all the time. Either that or, Africa.
Oh, Africa by Toto is a jam. Like, it doesn't matter if you sing it incorrectly. As soon as the tune comes on, everyone will just start singing random stuff anyway.
It's just
But,
a loud melee of noise, really. Medley of noise.
Solid. We got karaoke. We got trampoline parks. We got anything else?
I'm gonna guess that's a no.
We got no. Trampoline parks and karaoke is what you get outside of esports when you join an esports society. We have nailed it here. Groundbreaking stuff, guys. All right, we're gonna move this swiftly along. Let's talk about like some of the games you play. So we've had World of Tanks, we've had FIFA, both disgusting games.
Thank you.
We've
Thank you
had
very much.
we've had mentions of Melee. What games do your societies typically gravitate towards? Whether they're competing in the Newell or whether they're just competing just in general. What are kind of like the main games at each of your universities?
I think League is a big part of most societies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It seems to be
indeed.
the biggest at almost all of them, and that's probably because it's a free game, so the barrier to entry is of course a lot easier. No one has to invest anything. And
It's
I think
also
it's the
really
most-
it's well optimized for weaker systems as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
it can play on
true.
a literal potato.
Yeah, potato computers can easily run that, so it's really accessible for people to get into, which is a big sort of like question point for esports, where there's where there is this fundamental like cost to get into it. It's an expensive sport to get into, unlike something like football or rugby, which are very accessible sport.
And there's also Overwatch for the casual players.
Steady on now. Steady on. Ollie, that's a strike, mate.
Oh, okay, I'll put it down. Rainbow Six Siege. That's a good game. That's on the come up. We found we've got quite a few players for it, which like didn't realize until one of our members made a league for it, and that turns out that's more popular than I would have expected.
Yeah.
CS:GO exists. It's not as good as Siege, but it's quite popular.
Yikes.
Well, hang on a minute. But you can't discount the work that Ubisoft's done, because I mean I played Siege when it first came out, and I was looking at this and I thought it was just laughable as an esports experience. No spectator game mode all over the place, but
Oh yeah, they
I
put
mean
in work. Yeah.
they made great work over the past couple of years to make it a viable esports title. So I'm not surprised that people are starting to pick it up and pay attention to it. Is Siege something that's popping up around other societies, or is it just Keel being weird?
We
Well-
represent Siege as well. We
Yeah,
don't
we-
it doesn't get as much interest as the other games that we run, but it certainly has a community.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest aside from like the main 4 or 5 that have been in Newell for ages. We managed to field a team in the first season, which was pretty cool, of USL. Yeah, that's definitely one I think that is growing. It's one of the only games that are growing. Most of the others are kind of dying, especially Overwatch, which is a dead game. But,
Strike for Sam.
Done. Done.
I was reaching for it. I
Don't
was
test me on
reaching
this
for
one.
it.
Can we get a dead game lol in the chat?
Can we get a Dota 2? No, I'm not. No. I don't even need to go there. They already know.
Yeah, I mean that's like digging up a grave just to put them back in it at this point. Like, we say that as the internationals on with a multi-million-dollar prize pool.
Oh yeah, very true.
now's not the time of year to be making those comments, Ollie. Save it for other times of the year when they're not having one of the largest and most prestigious esports tournaments.
I mean,
think
from sorry, go
it-
on.
If every game had funding the same way that TI does, it wouldn't be as impressive. But yeah,
It wouldn't be, but no one's willing to take that risk.
exactly. Awesome.
Do you know what? We haven't heard from Ed in a while. Ed, what's going on? What are the games on your society, mate?
Like,
what are they playing?
I mean, for us, big three are always going to be League of Legends, CS:GO, and Dota 2, because roses is the thing. But one that at least recently we've done quite well in is Rocket League. We got quite a lot of people because it's casual and you only have like 3 people for a team, so realistically you need to even know less people. And I mean, I know it's being brought in a bit more in other tournaments recently. I mean, we've won the Arrow tournament recently. Fortunate enough to have a pro player on one of our teams, so that's pretty nice. But it's casual. It's something that both casuals and like people are really good at the game can do it. Like I can't fly in Rocket League for donkeys, but I still find it fun. And it's what, like 15 quid is Rocket League, something like that.
Yeah, it's not one of the more expensive games. It's one of the more financially viable ones.
Yeah, plus it's multi-platform as well, so it's definitely one of the more like, and it's based on football, which is already like pretty popular. So as a game, I think it's definitely one of the better ones, particularly if you're looking to kind of include a lot of people with. I think Rocket League's definitely one of the better ones.
That's always been the appeal of Rocket League. It's just football with cars, so
Yeah.
anyone can kind of understand the core concept of it. And this might seem stupid, all right? I'm gonna say it, but a lot of people in the chat, I know they're memeing, but can you do Roblox esports like on a
No.
society level? Because aren't things like Roblox and Minecraft aren't they able to have custom sets? Because aren't original iterations of battle royale games done through this? I know it's a bit of a tangent here, but surely one of you guys could put your heads together and do something with
Trin, it was a
Roblox.
joke.
I know it was. I know it's a joke. I absolutely am aware it's a joke, but I find the best
Don't-
way
Oh,
is to
God.
actually just talk about
Oh
it.
god.
If anyone
Um,
wants to work with me to do a Roblox tournament, I'm down.
He's down.
Sure,
already
sure.
do
It'll be at the
fine.
next King of the North.
Do
I
all the
promise.
wacky casuals. Let's do it.
All right, Roblox tournament
Here's the
next King of the
promise.
North. You've got it here. That's another exclusive from this podcast. Be sure to tweet your esports constantly about that, where the Roblox tournament is coming.
Oh god.
I'm gonna put a
I
strike
regret
down
this.
for
I
Nox.
regret this already.
Who you putting a strike down for?
For Nox in chat.
Yeah, please. Yeah. By the way, we're
Dan's
keeping
gaming me.
track of this. By the way, if we see chat getting strikes, we're just gonna time you out. It's effectively what we're gonna do on the chat anyway. Those 3 strikes, we're just gonna time them out for 5 minutes. Just say they can't talk. So we'll do the same thing to you.
Nice.
But yeah, Roblox esports big next year. Good to hear. University of Manchester's commitment.
Big if true.
I think it is true at this point, mate.
It's
So
absolutely huge. It's gonna be huge.
yeah, absolutely. And this could be a little bit arbitrary at this point because people have already made their choices with universities and where they're going to be ending up going and whatnot. But what do you think makes your individual societies unique? And this isn't an opportunity for people to start bragging about accomplishments, Warwick. It's to do.
I was actually going to say that.
Yeah, it's to brag. What makes your society unique? We'll start with you now that you know that you can't talk about newell victories.
I would say the competitive environment that we've adopted in the society right now, which is something we kind of want to get rid of, so we have more casual players involved. But it's really good to have members pushing each other to be better at the game, and it's kind of flamey at times in the Discord when people fall down from Master into Diamond and get flamed from it by about 5 other people. But I think it's part of our success, which I'm apparently not allowed to talk about, is kind of fostering that attitude in trying to be the best they can, as well as the socials we're running this year, which will hopefully get more casual players involved.
Okay, I've got to cut you a deal, Sam, because you sounded really, really heartbroken about not being able to talk about your accomplishments. I'll give you, and I'll time it on my phone. I'll give you 10 seconds to talk about your accomplishments, and I'll tell you when you can start. All right.
Okay.
You're only getting 10. If you overrun, that's the strike, mate. All right.
Okay,
So,
ready.
okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
If you want to see all of Warwick Esports accomplishments, you can go to warwickesports.com/timeline. There's a big timeline of all our victories. Most recently, we have won NSCI 2018, Newell Final 2018, and of course, Newell
Shut
Final
up.
2017. Okay. That's right.
That
He
was
said
There you go.
NSE.
That-
Do I give him a strike?
He's allowed to say NSE, but he hasn't really won anything from NSE because we all know that they haven't got a tournament. So
Oof.
well, they haven't got a tournament yet. Sorry, yet. I mean, they've got a pretty good looking site though, so it's got that going for them. But
Pretty spicy.
we'll see what they pull out.
So is the
But
Newell.
but there you go. That's what makes Warwick University unique, and of course their accomplishments. Tell you what, Hudson, you've been away from us, so I need you to come back to us now. So, what makes your society unique?
I don't know, like we don't have too much of a unique identity per se. I think like we're kind of in a period of a lot of growth at the moment where we was a very small society quite like a few years ago when I kind of came into things. And like with like recent committees, we've really pushed like a big amount of growth. So I think like probably the unique thing to say about us is that we're growing and like learning and kind of building things. So if it's never a better time to get involved with us.
Let's move further down the line. Let's go to Lucas. What makes Manchester unique, or your society unique?
So, I suppose for us, we've been one of the oldest societies that, like, one of the oldest dedicated esports societies that got founded in the UK. And I think, at the moment we're going through quite a lot of changes and stuff with committees. Like a lot of the original committees and stuff have all moved on now. We have got all fresh faces in charge of the society, and it's a case of us making little bits of changes. And we're sort of at the forefront of doing things like events. We've got big venues, and we're really looking to help promote things like student talent and things. And we're really hoping that we can turn that we can introduce a level of professionalism into the esports that we have here.
Let's move on to Ed from Lancaster. Lancaster. Fucking Lancaster. What makes them? What makes your society a unique esports society?
I suppose off the top of my head, like three things. Mainly, that we're like a esports and gaming society, so we kind of got that blend going on that a lot of societies kind of don't have. It gives that more sort of space for like casual people to join in. Like a lot of our socials are mainly casual people, so I think that in that sense we're quite open. Secondly, I think Bailrig, it's a Smash tournaments that we run. It's like one of the biggest Smash tournaments in the north. I think it's fair accomplishment, and it's something that kind of sets us apart. And then C, it would be Roses, us in York. It's like the biggest varsity tournament I think in Northern Europe. And obviously that's like a massive opportunity, not just for not just for players, but also for casters as well. Like I casted Roses last year. It was a great experience. Like you get like loads of opportunities when you have like these things on such a massive scale. So I think because of the scale of it, it's quite unique compared to other varsity tournaments.
Awesome. Let's move on to Alpha Kenny on this one. Let's sell your esports society to me.
So I think one of the best things about our society is that we have 2 weekly meetups for playing games, but like they're centered around different things. So what we do is we book out a computer lab and just download games every week and play it online, essentially. But we get on the Wednesday we have like a PC version of it, and then on Thursday we do the same thing, but with like mainly focused towards fighting games and things like Smash and Street Fighter and the smaller games as well. I think that's like a thing that has brought up forward a lot of people that wouldn't normally go out and play with other people because it's such a tightly knit community that we have.
And finally, we'll move on to Ollie. Talk to us about what actually happens at Kiel University.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one. No, I'm joking. So we're a uni in the middle of nowhere. It's tiny, that no one's ever heard of, but for some
Right.
reason
You
we
are
have-
you are aware of the concept of selling, right?
Yeah. But for some reason, we are one of the biggest esports societies. Well, one of the biggest societies at the uni. I think we have quite a big presence in the scene. I think we have a great stream. We had a great group of guys that were playing Overwatch a couple years ago. Somehow, like if you just look at the statistics, we shouldn't really perform well, and yet we did in that 1 year. I mean, it hasn't happened since, but either way, we can ignore that. And then
Just ride in the success of years past.
exactly. I keep
Eh.
claiming that their win's mine. That's how I do it.
I guess you could say that your competitive potential has keeled over.
It got
that's
you know what?
Oh,
That's
that's
definitely a
that's
strike.
that deserves a strike as well.
Yeah, give me a strike for that
I
one.
bet he's stoked to make that joke. Get it? Because it's in Stoke-on-Trent. Haha, that's another one I hear every day.
I think
Alright.
you gotta get a strike.
Yeah,
for that.
give Ollie a strike as well.
Wait,
that
he's
gives me
just hit 3.
That's
that-
free.
is
Ollie,
it
your
done?
time is up. We'll
You're-
come
you're
back to you in
done,
about
Ollie.
5 minutes, mate. So
Alright,
enjoy
see
your
ya.
time out.
He
Man, he actually did it.
turned
Yeah, actually. I mean, he's taking the strike count literally. Oh well. Okay.
Oh wow.
Right.
enough.
So let's move on to the next part, shall we? So obviously, running a gaming society, it seems pretty easy from the outside, but in our intros, we kind of talked a little bit about how delegation is key, but it doesn't always work out. So some of the challenges I imagine is actually just getting students on campus to be aware of the societies and encourage them to come along and just sample what you have to offer. So who wants to kind of start on that issue of like how difficult is it to kind of showcase yourselves to campus?
Yeah, I think there's a big problem of if we have loads of esports teams and such, they are under the impression like our League of Legends and our Counter-Strike players will be like, why would we come to an event with you if we can just sit at home and play on our computers and be in Discord with each other, right? So we try to do bigger fun events like the 24-hour lands to try and invite that kind of crowd over, but it is quite difficult to appeal to them.
Have we lost him?
I think we just
Did
lost
he-
him.
Did he die?
Can we
Oh
get
my
an
God,
F and a Mr.
everybody died.
Destructoid in the chat? Let's
Gee.
get that going.
That is impressive. We've lost 2 people now. From
We've
this.
lost 2 people, and one's been sat on one's been benched for
We're dropping like flies.
excessive flamboyance, shall we call it? Let's move on to Ed then. Ed, what's some of the difficulties you face getting students on board with society?
Yeah. So I think for us, it is more the competitive side. I think casual, it's not too bad because it's casual. It's not easy to get people, but especially competitive stuff like even when you're like all the way through a season and you've gone through Newell and you place wherever, you still find people. You always find people who say, "Oh, I had no clue that there was like an esports society on
Yeah.
campus." At some point, like I was literally on a bus one day and I was just talking to someone. Someone overheard me and was just talking to me. Like he hadn't heard anything about it. Like we put up posters, we talked to colleges, we advertised the freshers fair. It's just so difficult, like just to get everyone because you know that at least someone's gonna be missing, and it just happens every single time. It's yeah, I think that's one of the major problems. I'm not, and to be honest, I don't think there's a golden solution. Like at least I haven't found one yet.
You guys have a dedicated esports society or integrated one?
It's gaming and esports. So
Okay, so I understand
combined,
what
yeah.
you mean about the casual side now.
Yeah.
Because for us, like as myself, I was a casual gamer before coming in, and it's the university's pretty good for providing us with space for like freshers fairs and stuff, and advertising our society is okay. Like there's a couple of days where students basically get off to go to these freshers fairs and to check out the society. So if you don't do that, then fool's on you. That's for anybody in chat who's going to uni. But getting people who are interested in esports will often try and seek out an esports society. Usually usually most of us gamers will go first and go, okay, have they got a gaming society? Cool. I love Overwatch or League or whatever. Where's the esports society? And then it's a case of you either ask the gaming society, do you guys do esports here? And they go, no, you have to go to this one, or you find it yourself. So I think there are issues when it comes in terms of like how you advertise yourself and where you're at, like how good your university is for helping you advertise your society. I think there are issues on that end rather than the end of if people are interested in esports, they will seek you out.
Yeah, and I think it does help having that kind of larger umbrella of gaming and esports because there are some people who are kind of into both and so on who might not necessarily specifically seek out one or the other, but having them together kind of ensures that sort of
Yeah,
mix, I
definitely.
suppose.
That you catch up, yeah.
So Ollie, is your time up yet? Because I know you've been keeping track of it yourself. Are you allowed to speak?
He's got
You got
30
th-
seconds.
He's got 30
So
seconds
30
till he's
seconds.
back.
we've got
Okay.
30 seconds
So
to just
I've-
insult him.
let's see. No. Let's be kind, lad. He's doing his punishment. He's doing the time. That's Sam. What's going on at Warwick University? How do you? Are there any problems you get with finding students to bring on board to the society?
Yeah, so the main thing is just awareness of the society across campus. And I think the best thing that students and the organizer societies can do is just use all the faucets that the SU provides. So stuff like free advertisement on screens around campus, leaflet services, social media posts and all that kind of stuff. Freshers Fair, of course, is a huge one that actually quite a few students miss out on because they just don't bother going. But I think it's mostly about thinking of all the different ways that you can get people to join and how you can get people to hear about you as well.
Here's a question for you, for all of you, because I don't know what the answer is. But do you think that as society reps, you could be reaching out at a lower level to encourage people to come to your universities, almost use your societies as a selling point for their university selection? Is that something you can either see happening now or potentially in the future?
Definitely in the future, I could see like certain societies being able to do that, like the big ones that stand out and do lots of big things in the like during the year. They could definitely be like reaching out like to, you know, A-level students and stuff and saying like, hey, we do lots of gaming and stuff like that. We're the big boys to
With the
come
way
to
that
for that.
sorry.
Go on.
With the way that esports is certainly growing across the world, I'd say it's certainly possible. I think it's a difficult one because a lot of people also pick their university out of like what's good for their course and things like that. Like on the more academic side, like I did. Um, but there's certainly potential for us to try and come in, especially if things like universities start offering like scholarships and stuff. We can certainly go out and say we're a big esports society. We have, we offer a scholarship. Our university offers a scholarship if you come and play with us, sort of thing.
Mhm.
So as long as you've got a reputable university behind you as well, then potentially you get the best of both worlds there, where someone's looking for a really good university as well as a good esports society to join.
Yeah,
So
like
is
the
this,
one.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, carry on, Ed, carry on.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, like the thing that mainly like stands out to me, it is about reputation. Like Loughborough, for example. Like most people, when I think of Loughborough, they think of like a sporty uni. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's at least
Yeah,
what
no,
I
that's what I
immediately
think.
think. Yeah. So I think it is just about that reputation. Um, about like if it becomes more mainstream and people kind of start to take into account esports when they think of sports, then perhaps like if you can consistently perform, it is something that you can get a reputation for, I suppose.
Mm.
Mhm.
I certainly think it's difficult at the moment where, if anyone like myself, for example, went to a university and started talking about, not university, sorry, went to a like sixth form college or something and started talking about esports, I'd probably get laughed at by half the people there at the moment. And that's something that I think there needs to be a certain more acceptance about the fact that esports is legitimate as well. Because there's still that argument where some gamers say that esports is not a legitimate thing. Well, there's money in it, so it's got to be.
Well, yeah. Well, here's interesting stat. I think you might be mistaken about how things have changed. I recently went back to my school in my hometown, and I did a talk for career, like effective careers day. They mainly the school brought me in because they knew I was working for myself, self-employed, and they wanted me to go in at that angle. They didn't really know what I did, and
Fair enough.
so I started talking to a bunch of the kids in like sixth form who were doing their A level selections about what I did, and there was a surprising amount of interest from people. It wasn't just about people who necessarily cared about esports, but there were people in there like who wanted to do journalism that liked the idea of covering something that was completely brand new. There were people who liked the idea of content creation. There were people who liked drawing, who thought about the presentation and the broadcasting aspect of it. And then you had your video were interested in esports as well. I think that if you sell esports or your society as just the means of playing video games, I think you will run into resistance of people who think it's just that. But I think when you're trying to appeal to people from a society aspect to get people involved, if you appeal to the external or the peripherals about it, like I don't know, the business management aspect of it, the all the other industries that are covered by esports, you actually find that people are a little bit more receptive because if you explain what goes into it, you can definitely get a lot more interest in it. So I think you'd be
That's
surprised if you go to like a school and have a chat about it.
That's actually a really interesting standpoint because that's something we really try to encourage at the University of Manchester. Because our King of the North event is well known, and it's it's a good employment ground for several people because it's they do learn things like the business management, the events management, the production, all these sort of things that we offer for people to learn. So we do definitely push for that in our society. We recruit regularly for new talent to come along. So yeah, I can certainly see that if you go to a school and you talk about all the different opportunities there are within esports, I can see it being a lot more considered a lot more legitimately.
It certainly helped when I was talking to them. At least they seem interested. They could have been like sticking their fingers up behind me when I turned my back, but I don't know.
I mean, there's always going to be a few that do that.
Oh, absolutely. It's just not everyone's cup of tea. In the same way that you might not want to watch cricket, for example. You know.
Who does?
Hey, I mean, there's a market for it. People just use it as an excuse to get drunk. It's just like watching darts, apparently. That's what I've
I
heard.
don't. I just
Fair.
don't understand the point system to cricket. I'd watch it, but I just don't understand how the point system work.
Yeah, I've tried to watch it many times. Don't understand.
I've
Even
had
darts is
several
easy to
people
follow.
explain. I've had several people explain the point system to cricket, and I still don't get it.
Something to do. It's almost confusing as like baseball or whatnot in the States. It's just don't worry about it. Just drink
Just
your
move on.
beverage and watch the game. There's so talked a little bit about how we get freshers on board and whatnot. What kind of events do you guys put on to kind of introduce freshers or make your society seem exciting when you're trying to get people to get involved?
I think for new students, especially, lands can seem kind of a abstract concept for those who've never been before. Before university, I'd never taken my PC to a room to play with other people, and that was actually kind of a great thing to experience for the first time. So, although to all of us, lands are kind of a standard experience, I think to a lot of freshers, it might be something that's quite new and exciting.
It was certainly something that was new to me when I came, and I thoroughly enjoyed mine as well. It's something that we do pretty much every year in the University of Manchester is hold at LAN. We run a little freshers LAN where we actually provide the computers ourselves through like staff computers and laptops, and we run little 1.5 v 1.5 tournaments, which is where one person holds a keyboard and the other with the mouse, and it's fun. We remove the sort of competitive aspect of it while still having some sort of competition and prize.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Let's hear from Ollie since he's come back from his time in prison.
This is the cheat to getting freshers, right?
All
Do a
right, here we go.
giveaway.
Do a giveaway.
Just
What we
do a
giving
giveaway.
away?
Works.
That's true.
Doesn't anything.
Right.
Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Really?
Trust
What
me,
would,
you'll
what would you
get
suggest in particular, Ollie? to give
Yeah.
away?
What would you
something
suggest?
from overclockers.co.uk, probably. Perhaps a noble chair. That sort of
Noble
stuff.
chair.
That's
Hang on
Yeah.
a minute. Hang on a
To
minute.
a
Where are you
fresher?
getting these noble chairs from to give away? What's all this about?
You're getting it from Overclockers UK.
How are you now?
you guys get this sort of stuff from overclockers?
Yeah, we might do.
Jesus.
Oh,
Might do.
We might do.
oh,
So you're not gonna
there you
get
go.
it.
So
then.
Keel, not good for much else other than getting free swag. So
Go to kill, get your
I mean-
chair, get out.
yeah,
Drop out a year later.
alright.
yeah. Take those credits, move them to another uni after you get that free chair.
Exactly.
There you go. So just giveaways apparently for Keel. Yeah, that's all you need. All right. Let's see. Kenny, what's going on in your society? What did you do to get freshers involved early on?
So we mainly try and do joint socials with other societies, even if they like not too into gaming. Like we recently did a joint social with our War Studies Society where they challenged us to a game of what was it? It was Total War of Rome 2. We lost horribly because none of us had played the game before, but now we're going to destroy them publicly in Rainbow Six Siege as soon as we get back to uni, and it will be a bloodbath, and hopefully that will bring freshers along.
Are they like bears? Can they just smell blood? Is that what you're hoping?
Yes.
That the freshers
Well,
are just gonna.
we're going to be live streaming it, but we also are in contact with our marketing department in the uni now, and they actually like tweeting stuff out, which we didn't know like last year. So what we're going to be doing for Newell and things is asking them, hey, can you guys send out a tweet saying, hey, we have CS:GO teams, we have league teams. Can you, if you play it, do you want to come join us? Because I feel like a lot of people that don't join teams just don't know that we have them at all, and it's some like that. Our audience is the kind of people that might not be even going to freshers events, so we might not see them, and that might be a way to get people.
Quick tangent off the back of that. How cooperative are your faculties with your societies? That's to everyone. Like, are they open? Are they giving you support, or are they, or is it a bit of an upwards battle to get anything done?
I think we're kind of somewhere in the middle where sometimes like we go to like the university or the student union and we like, have this idea and they're just kind of like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? And sometimes we go and they're really like supportive and they help us with stuff. We've been in talks very recently regarding trying to get like the more space for us with like computers and such for like early sessions and stuff like that when we have a lot of footfall to our events. And they reacted pretty positively to that. So we're trying to push that. But sometimes we go to them and they're just like, go away, and it's very dependent.
I think our students' union tries to be supportive of us, even though our university itself doesn't really care much. I don't think the university has much association with the societies anyway, beyond the societies that are departmental. Things like the physics society or the computer science society or engineering or whatever. Those ones probably get supported a lot more by the university, but I'm pretty sure a lot of it's detached. But the students' union does try to help us where it can. Um, Unfortunately, things like running King and North Academy buildings wasn't a sustainable business plan, I guess, for us because they just, the union couldn't help us enough with it.
Mm.
I'm actually making a lot of progress right now, thanks somewhat to an unnamed organization with talking to the higher ups in the sport department at work. So I've
You
managed
can say the name. You're allowed.
I've I don't want Tasha to come and hit me. I've
I mean, Tasha will give you a strike, but
I've
In more than one
managed
way.
to snag myself some meetings with the director of Bucks and other student members of the SU, and I think if you annoy them enough and try and convince them of all the stuff you do, so we have built up quite a repertoire over the past few years, especially with charity events and stuff like that, then it is possible to finally grab their attention, given enough effort. But I think a lot of SUs just think you're kind of grabbing for more power, like all the
Mm.
societies are, and they don't really care that much. But I think it's all about proving the potential, to be honest.
Mhm. Okay, so let's move on and start wrapping this up a little bit because we're coming towards the end of our time. But let's think about this. You've all been through the early days of university. You've been a freshie. You've been joining societies, and we'll go along the line for this one. What's the one bit of advice you will give to someone who would looking to go to a university, be it yours or another, find an esports society and find something they love? Let's start with you, Ollie. What would be the one bit of advice you'd give them?
Find something that they love. Give everything a shot. Like if you don't give it a try, you're not going to know if you enjoy it. If you don't try out casting or something, you won't know you enjoy it. If you don't try out coaching, and how you're supposed to know if you're good at it or not? It's just try stuff. There's nothing really to lose other than I guess the membership fee, but that shouldn't be too much. Yeah, try stuff. Yeah.
As long as you do enough stuff, then the membership fee kind of pays for itself, even if you
Yeah.
don't enjoy half of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, 100%.
Okay, and Kenny, what's your bit of advice?
Well, I think Newell and NSE or whatever, people don't realize that the skill level that required to play in these, you can beat any level, right? So we have a lot of low level players come up to me and be like, "Hey, can I play in this?" And I'm like, "Yes, come on," because every uni has low level players that want to play in the leagues. So even if you're not the best, you might play against the best team week one, right? You might lose, and then all of a sudden week two you're playing against people your level, and you're having a better time.
Mm-hmm. Now on to you, Ed.
Just one bit of advice: if you're a social whatever, literally just talk to people. Like I see so many people at socials who are just kind of standing at the side, kind of trying to gauge what's going on, but literally just talk to people. Like I wouldn't have been involved in any of this at all because I was at a social just with one or two people who I knew before, and just kind of sitting aside, and then someone came over to me and asked if I wanted to play something. Like if that person hadn't come over and asked me, I wouldn't have been involved in any of this, and I've been doing this for like three years now. So you're gonna miss like opportunities if you don't talk to people, and people there they'll try and engage you. Like if I'm there, I'm literally gonna like try and find as many people as I can around socials and just get them involved. But obviously, we're not perfect. We can't do that. It's just a case of getting involved, making sure you don't miss opportunities, and you know, then you can spend a lot of your time at uni doing something you really enjoy that you might not have thought of otherwise.
Lucas?
Um, does this extend only to the esports side of things, or does this go
No,
all the
no,
way
it could
to?
be general university life advice if you want.
I think when you come to university, nobody knows who you are unless you go to a university where everybody goes area. I'm from the middle of Wales, so everyone goes to like Swansea or Cardiff. But me coming here, nobody knew who I was, and that's the joy of university. Nobody knows who you are. You introduce yourself to as many people. If you want to do things you've never done before, and that's a big part of university, just do it. Like even if you don't enjoy it, if you humiliate yourself, it doesn't matter. Just go out, do as much as you want, and get involved.
Luke is an expert at that.
What,
What,
embarrassing himself?
humiliating yourself? Yes, I really am. I really am.
Hudson?
I think like piggybacking on what everyone has said is just kind of get involved with stuff. If you just sit around and do nothing, what like just go to your lectures, just come back, don't really do much, maybe go out, drinking and stuff like that. Get involved with things on campus, like societies, stuff like that, because some point you're gonna regret and be bored and be like, well, I wish I'd done this or I wish I'd done that, and then sometimes it's too late.
I think it's especially important in first year
Definitely.
because like it's not as hard first year as you go up. You're going to have less time to do other things. So
Hmm.
in first year, you really need to experience what makes university the great social life. If you're that way orientated, I mean, some people really don't like socializing, and fair enough. You can do more introverted things, but make sure you do things. Everything's
Oh
on your
yeah,
doorstep in places like Manchester or London or whatever.
yeah, 100%. Coming into university, I thought I was like a introverted person that wouldn't like this, but here I am, president of a society a few years later. Like, just trying things really changes your perspective on how you might feel about it. And
Yeah,
there's
I
no
agree with that.
there's no real downside to trying things and then realizing, oh, I don't like this. I just won't do it again. I've done that with a bunch of things, and I've done a bunch of things that I really liked, and I'm glad that I tried them.
Okay, and finally, Sam.
I don't think I can add anything to the wonderful discussion that's gone on. To be honest, it's definitely get out and try whatever you can while you have the opportunities there for you. Like there's loads of societies and stuff to do, so I don't see why you wouldn't just go out and join whatever you want.
Okay, well, thanks. I'm just gonna leave you one topic for you to kind of like discuss as loudly or as chaotically as you'd like to. Is our producer Tasha will eventually fade us out. Um, which one of you actually thinks you're gonna finish higher overall in most of the titles this year?
We're gonna win
Warwick.
Roblox. We're gonna win Roblox.
I
Probably
think it's going to be UM.
What?
We had a bit of a down year this. Definitely going to come back with a vengeance, and we're gonna beat Warwick as many titles as we bloody can.
It's
We're
the
making
fact-
top 8
Oh,
this year in
the
league.
fact that
all
we're the
just
ones that
We're doing
agree.
it.
should say something.
Flip
there.
out is better than air hop, by the way. I just remembered.
You are right. Air hop
Flip
is
out
a
is
bit.
so much better.
It's a bit rubbish, but it's all we've got.
Oxygen's rubbish as well. I went to that. That was garbage. Nothing will ever be the same as air hop. Air hop? God, no. Fuck.
Oh, he's
flip
shouting
that.
at the
There we
wrong
go.
thing.
There we go.
Let's go air hop.
Air hop, lads. Down. I'm down. Tomorrow? Be there?
Yeah, I'll
All
see you there.
squad?
Yeah,
Down.
cool.
Cheeky.
All right, well, there you go. They had it all out over there. Thanks very much for joining us for this past hour. I hope you
Oh.
learned something other than the benefits of trampoline parks or whatever they're called now. Maybe you learned something about university esports. So we're go anywhere if you're waiting around for that. And thank you to everyone who turned up to give their opinion, as terrible as it may have been.